Okay. While we are waiting for the rest, I just want to bring you guys to the market. Let's just look at at the chart over here right now. Okay, all right. I think basically, right? Basically, I have already been calling that that the CME gap will be taken. All right, that's for sure, right? So we saw the 110, 111 CME gap was taken. All right, now we have another CME gap somewhere 92,000. Now, I am with an opinion, right? I'm with the opinion that Bitcoin may revisit below 100,000. All right, Bitcoin may revisit below 100,000. It may actually go, and I think this is going to be. I'm not so sure, right? But what you can see here, right? I have a megaphone pattern over here. You can see it over here and also over here. All right, so you can see that this is the Bitcoin hit all-time high and then Bitcoin hit all-time high. So if you take these 2 points and you stretch all the way up, right? So this is where I expect Bitcoin price to hit about 120. I think it's around 126,000, 27,000. It was very, very close. Okay, very, very close. Okay, unfortunately, right? Bitcoin couldn't continue to normally, right? When Bitcoin, you can see 3 times Bitcoin tested and Bitcoin could not penetrate. All right. Now, the simple reason I believe that this happened because there is a lack of liquidity in the market. There is not enough money actually to push Bitcoin, to penetrate through and break the 130,000 or 150,000, as most people are calling, right? So, and only handful of institutions like MicroStrategy, MetaPlanet, only a handful. So there is not enough money, right, to actually push. So now when there is not enough fund, the only way actually to work out this is to reset. So that's the reason why I believe we saw this massive sell-off. So I am with the opinion, right, that this reset may not trigger because of Trump alone. All right, I believe there is a massive manipulation probably taking place in exchanges, especially Binance. Like today, if you see Bitcoin price is dropping, right? Binance is actually selling Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right, they are offloading Ethereum and Bitcoin. Okay, now, so when the price comes down, what happens? Now, this is where new money is. It is now cheaper, so most people will go in and they try to buy, right? They try to buy, but look at what happened today. Price is coming down. Now, I have this megaphone pattern, right? If you look into this yellow trend over here, you can see it is connected. It go all the way down here. So this is a megaphone trend. So it hit over here, it comes down, and then it goes back here, and now it is standing somewhere here. Can you see that? So this is quite a strong resistance because we have, can you see all these all these support and resistance? Okay, so that's the reason why you can see that Bitcoin is still testing this level. All right, now I'm with the opinion that this level will break. So the more the Bitcoin start to test it, it will break, and high likely we may go down somewhere here, most probably, right? Or we can even basically move sideways. We can move sideways and everyone is going to get frustrated, and then we might come down, okay, and take this level. All right, so this can take few months. All right, this can take few months, or even actually it can end the cycle, and then we might start back and the next the next 3 years and 1 year cycle, right? Or 1 year and 3 year cycle, right? So this is high likely, okay? High likely things can play out in this manner, okay? Because everyone is expecting altcoin season. So for altcoin season to take place, right? Bitcoin has to basically play in such a manner, okay? But nevertheless, this is just my, the way I look at it. But definitely after that, right? We can see a massive, okay? Bitcoin can even probably, go 130, 150,000. We don't know what will happen. So I don't want to speculate the Bitcoin price and so on, right? Now, I want to show you something using BitGet chart. This is a Coinbase, okay? Now let me go to BitGet. So if we go to BitGet, because this is where we are basically trading, right? BitGet. Now remember, okay? Remember that we had the all-time high 126,000. Okay, now I want to explain something here, right? Why actually JDXBOT did not get liquidated? Any one of you know why? Any one of you want to try it out? Tell me why actually we never got liquidated. Anyone? Anyone knows? You can raise your hand if you want to. Anyone want to guess? Anyone? Have any idea why we never got liquidated? Okay, great. Yes, Obong. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, good day, doctor. Good day, team. I'm thinking it's because of the numbers of either ad orders or DCS that we have on JDXBOT, which is we have more, and I'm not sure we even got to even half of it before that event happened. That's what I'm thinking. Well, when I look at I saw a lot of that period. I saw a lot of notification from BitGate showing so many ad orders that followed immediately during that process. So I'm just thinking that's what I'm thinking. Thank
Okay, that's a good try. Okay, yeah, definitely, right? So, but the thing is that I want the team to understand something. All right, now, please understand that JDXBOT actually bought long. We bought long. All right, and when we bought long, I think we bought long probably around 104, 105, and then there was add orders, and then actually, if you look into it on an average, right, the entry price was sitting around 111, 112,000. But then Bitcoin price went up all the way to 126,000. So we were down about probably what? 13,000 points different. You see that? And I was just like thinking that this is going to be impossible, right? For Bitcoin to come down. But when I look into the CME gap, I had the faith to believe that Bitcoin will have to come down and we will close that position. No problem. And also at that night, right, I spoke to my technical team that we want to basically do a add order in order to push the entry price closer, right, to the market price. But before we even start to do that, Bitcoin, I already saw something is happening in the market. All right. So now, please understand that we already saw. The bot the algorithm already saw this, and that's the reason why we bought up. Now, please understand that while the price were going up over here, right? Price were going up, and JDXBOT were actually executing a lot of DCA and also hedging. So we are trying to make sure that the estimate liquidation is 20,000 points. Okay, it's actually 25,000. But then we got the second level, which is 20,000 points. So the bot continuously doing hedging to maintain 20,000. That's why you hear ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, because the bot is doing hedging to maintain 20,000 point and the position ratio about 0.25. Actually, initially was 0.2. So when emergency happened, we have an emergency position ratio at 0.25. Okay. So now, means that JDXBOT were buying long. We were buying short. Okay, we were on the short. Okay, we were buying short. So means the bot already know roughly, right, that the price is going to go down, but we don't know when the price is going to go down. So, but while we bought short, market is still going up against us. You see that? Against us. All right, going up against us. But it doesn't, it was going up against us, right? And then it reaches 126, 200. So that's where I saw that, wow, this is massive, right? Because the price movement is like probably about 13, 14,000, right? And the price moving. So I'm not so sure, because it's like we are having a new strategy. We have not really done a real stress test on an actual environment where price can move about 15,000 or 20,000. We have never done that for the new strategy, right? So I still had the faith that market is going to reverse, okay? So that's why we will keep holding. I think we were holding about 7 days, right? 7 or 8 days. We were floating that. Now, when the price reverse, right? When the price reverse and cascading, the crash start to happen, you can see, right? If some of you notice, right, that position that was floating for 8 or 9 days closes, but there was no profit. There was no profit, if you notice that. But there was a tiny break even, or a very tiny losses that we took. Now, the reason being is very simple. Actually, right, if you look into this candle, okay, this candle went down to 102. So we actually had a profit. But the moment it touched, it straight away went up. So when we closed the short in profit, the long, right, the long suddenly actually incurred the negative. So that's where we had that tiny loss, okay. But nevertheless, it's fine, okay. Tiny losses, break even is fine, because it is not a liquidation. We never get liquidated, okay. So that is awesome. But then what happened? After that, the bot starts to open, I think the bot starts to open long position, so the bot opens about 2 or 3 position, and I think on that day we had one of the biggest profit taking, right? One of the biggest. So although yes, we had the break even or tiny losses, but we actually recover in terms of the net profit. That was awesome. All right, I think that was beautiful. Now, so you can see, all right, because why is it that we never get liquidated, others got liquidated? Because the JDX bot took a contrary opposite position. While everyone going long, we were going short. You see that? If we would have gone long, all right, I think we would have got liquidated also, most probably. All right, but because we went a short, and we never get liquidated, because everyone is buying up thinking that Bitcoin is going to go to 130, 150, and so on. And all these people were trapped. All right, that's why you can see that 19 billion over liquidation. Okay, now let's look into the situation here to understand the capability of JDXBOT, right? That is very important. Now, just imagine, guys, the all-time high is 126,200. And if you look into the dump, okay, I'm using BitGet. Okay, so BitGet went all the way to 102, 253. And that is almost 24,000 points. And the price dropped about 19,000. All right. So you can see, all right, that simply means, okay, the JDXBOT has actually done a stress test on a real market stress test about 24,000 points already. I think this is a massive achievement. So that simply means, right, we are currently clear that JDXBOT can sustain if the market goes about 24, 25,000, right? We know that the bot cannot get liquidated with the strategy that we have. All right, so just imagine, right? This thing doesn't happen always. This is an unusual black swan event, and despite this unusual black swan event, I thank God that we were all protected, and JDXBOT been delivering, a magnificent result, right? These few days after the dump that is taking place. But I want you to understand, okay, in the real picture, right? Look at it, 24,000 points we were able to sustain, right? So I think this is a massive achievement, okay? A great milestone for JDXBOT. And I'm really proud of the team, because, I really appreciate the team for your trust, okay? For your trust in JDXBOT, because or else, I don't think so, right? Because I believe some of you probably were worrying, right? When the market starts to cascade down, what is going to happen, right? I don't know, guys, but the thing is that it is good to see that the strategy that we have actually put in this time around able to be resilient and sustain, this huge movement, right? So I personally believe that even if it's 30,000, okay, we can still sustain it, no problem. Because at the point where it is 24,000, when I was actually monitoring, we are still about 20,000 points away from the liquidation. There was no issue. All right. And also, right, and also please understand that with the sub account at 50%, it was still protected. So that means that if we have 100% sub account, right, 1-to-1 ratio, that means that high likely, right, we can actually weather a big movement. All right, a big movement. Okay, so this is I think this allowed me to understand the capability, the capacity, of JDXBOT, the algo trading, and this new strategy. Okay, I think this is what is going to excite the community, right? Because at the end of it, guys, please understand, the top priority, right, as I always mention to you, right, our priority is to safeguard the capital of our partners. Now, just imagine, okay, how many people outside there, right, actually lost in that 19 billion liquidation. And not only lost, a lot, I think hundreds of asset owners even actually killed themselves. All right, they killed themselves because they lost overnight. Today they had 30 million in their account, and the next day they only got 5,000. Can you just imagine how devastated you can be? All right, how devastated you can be when you hold this kind of asset and there are exchanges manipulating and you got liquidated. All right, so that's the reason why even holding an asset is dangerous. That's why DCA is the safest, right? You are holding an asset is dangerous, guys, because anything can happen. All right, so if you ask me, I'm grateful to God because, oh my goodness, bro, I was just thanking God that our community will actually protected, and safeguarded, and none. Just imagine, right? The total asset that was trading at that time is close to $220,000 for JDXBOT. And if that liquidation happened, that means that $220,000 would have actually vanished. You see that? So I thank God that all that $220,000 were actually protected. And when it closes, right, you can see that the fund actually normalized back. Everything went into the sub account and so on. Although, yes, exchanges had the API glitches, right? Technical glitches and so on. We managed to solve that, and now the bot is running as per normal. But the greatest blessing that we have is our capital is protected, right? I think that is just extraordinary, guys. And honestly, right, first time ever in my life since 2010, that is 15 years in the industry, witnessing such a liquidation that wiped off almost close to 20 billion, all right, in the industry. That's why some people think, right, okay, the price is moving up and up. Even if it's a 5%, even if it's a 5% drop, the losses can be huge because now it is no longer 100,000. You are talking about, you are not talking about Bitcoin at $10,000. You are talking Bitcoin as $120,000. And look into the institution that goes in, and so who are the biggest losers? Did I not tell you? Did I not warn you that the biggest losers will be the institution, right? Do you know how many institutions probably would have gone bankrupt? There is a lot of the owners actually commit suicide because they may not be able to pay their investors. Can you just imagine that? All right, so I really thank God that, that technically, all right, when it comes to the technical architecture of this algorithm, although yes, we have the glitches, but that glitches nothing to do with the coding. It has to do with bigger API. All right, but by God's grace, right, everything was fine. Every one of us was protected. And if you ask me, right, I likely this month will be one of the greatest months ever because we are seeing much more profit being actually delivered during this most volatile market, right? During this most volatile, most manipulated, okay, situation of the market. God has been just good to us, guys. That I am overwhelmed with joy and gratefulness because my partners, okay, each and every one of your capitals are protected. Can you see that? So it doesn't matter, right? As I mentioned to you, how long we wait, it doesn't matter. At the end of it, if we are doing the right thing, the market will come back to us. So this is the reason why everyone bought up. JDXBOT is the only bot probably that bought down. You see that bought down. See, so I thank God for that, for that decision that the algo has made at that point of time, because if we would have bought up, we would have been in trouble. All right, so this is just awesome. Okay, so I want to thank each and every one of you, okay, for trusting in JDXBOT, system and the processes, and allowing JDXBOT, to do what JDXBOT has to do, and be patient. That's why I told you, right? Be patient. Don't worry, right? Be patient. That is the most important thing. It's okay to wait for 7 days, 8 days, right? Floating. But it is not okay if you get liquidated. All right, so just imagine. So some people, they want fast, right? They want to earn fast. Then they get liquidated. I read a story that people put up there, right? People put up there in the chat that I read. They say they actually accumulated this wealth for the past 2 years or 3 years, and it was just shattered in less than an hour. So this is what is trading all about, guys. So you can continue to make profit. If you don't separate your profit out like what we are doing in JDXBOT, right? It is immediately go to the spot wallet. So that's why even for JDXCopyMaster, I want to make sure that every one of you secure your profit. All right, so this is important. Or else, right, as a trader, right, you can be trading and keep accumulating your balances, and then your whole equity can be wiped off. All right, so so just take note of that, okay? Just take note of that. So this is important. So sorry, we don't have AI, okay, because we don't believe that AI can actually help when come to algo trading, right? And if you have followed AI, most probably you would have got liquidated because AI would have asked you to buy up. All right, so please understand, guys, a lot of these things, right? AI follows the market data. So, and AI doesn't know historical, AI doesn't know the future. AI only know the history. So AI will base on the historical statistical to give you, what will roughly be what is going to take. So if you follow AI, then you actually, if you really follow AI, everybody should have bought up. That's why everyone who bought up, okay, using the technical analysis, they got liquidated. All right, I think we thank God that we never use AI. All right, because we use an algo, and basically it is a tactical strategy, right? That we actually develop ourselves using our own strategy. So we never use AI. So because I know that AI for information is okay, but not for trading decision. Trading decision, it can be in trouble, right? Because even AI can be manipulated. So I don't believe in AI, and I also don't want to deceive my community by putting the word AI just to get more customer. I think that is the wrong thing to do, right? So a lot of these people outside there, or a lot of these companies, they have the trading bot and they put the word AI. Actually, there is nothing AI there. All right, there is nothing AI there. The word AI there is only for marketing purpose. All right, so that's the reason why, right? I think I don't want the hype. I just want to be truthful to my community and tell them exactly this is what we are doing. All right. So, and because of that, because we don't have all these jargons, additional thing, we just maintain our mathematical parameters algorithm, and that gives us more room to actually take control of the market when we want to take control of the market. Okay, so please take note of that. Okay, so but nevertheless, follow also, it is a very valid question. Okay, but we don't have AI because I don't really rely on those things, because I know that AI can be fake. All right, you can fake this kind of data and information in the market. A lot of things that we are seeing now, right? A lot of things are fake. Do you know that when Trump made that decision on Friday? Now, please understand, okay? Look at the pattern. Trump always make a decision on Friday after 4 o'clock when the stock market closes because he don't want the stock market to be impacted. All right, so he make the decision, to encounter China with the tariff, right? So he knows already that the market is going to collapse. So the people closest to him, like example, I think his son Barron, okay, made 80 million shorting at the time when Trump actually made the decision. So the people whose closest circle, right? They are the insiders who knows what the father want to do and what Trumps want to do, and they already position themselves because they know that the market is going to dump. All right. And then on Sunday, right? Normally you see on Sunday, I'm talking about the US time, okay, New York time. On Sunday, Trump will come up with some kind of good news, right? So he says that okay, his relationship with with the China president is fine, everything is okay. Then you saw the price of Bitcoin started to recover. Can you just imagine, guys? This pattern has been going on. Now you tell me which AI can detect this? Nothing, right? No AI can detect this because AI never know about Trump going to make this decision. Okay, can you just imagine that? Okay, and I was also trading on Sunday, right? I take the advantage because I know already that if the price goes down, you just need a spark of good news and the price will go up. That is it. So on Sunday by evening, the market is already back to normal. All right, back to normal. And today, look at it, right? Today, now we are having a dumping. So who is dumping? Who is dumping today, right? If you look into the chart, who is dumping, guys? Let me tell you something. Okay, let me go back again to my chart. Coinbase. Yeah. So who is dumping today, right? Can you look at it? Look at this dump, okay, that is taking place, right? So price went up and recovered on Sunday. Now it comes back exactly where it actually was. Can you see that? So Binance is actually selling BTC and Ether. All right, so that's the reason why you see. So a lot of these exchanges are manipulating, by doing these things because like Binance, you can see, right? Why is Binance coin is now going up? Why the price is going up? Why are they now, I think they have already overtaken XRP, right? So why are they doing this, right? Because they want to add value to their own coin. They want to increase, the coin price and so on, right? So this is what has been happening, right? So you can see, right, a lot of these things are taking place. So that's why I'm telling you guys, you may be thinking that market is going to reverse. I with the opinion that we're going to see more downside. All right, we're going to see more downside, and also watch the stock market because the stock market loses about 1.5 trillion or close to $2 trillion on that day. So please understand, if stock market drop 10%, Bitcoin can drop even 30%. So the effect of because Bitcoin is now closely related with the stock market. Okay, all right. So I hope, all right, I hope this is clear. Okay, I'm just want to help you to understand, okay, the scenario, the extent of the scenario, the magnitude of the price movement of like 24,000 points. That is crazy. That is crazy. Okay, and for JDXBOT to be able to stay resilient in that situation, I think it is a miracle. All right, it is a miracle because as you all know, right, I introduced the new improved strategy, but I have not even tested until 24,000. We can't do even back testing because what our strategy is a sole proprietary. We built ourselves. So we can't do any back test. We can only do real stress test based on the market scenario. Okay. So I'm glad, okay, to announce that we have already tested up to 24,000 points. So that means if the market move in the future, right, within 15,000, 20,000, right? So we are still, okay, resilient, okay, within this range, right? So if we go 30,000, then it's a new stress test, okay? But don't worry, guys. Even if it goes 30,000, okay, I tell you honestly, we have a way how to manage so that none of you get liquidated, right? So please understand, that night I did not sleep. Means the whole day I did not sleep because I was watching and monitoring the market, because if there's anything that is wrong with the bot, I will immediately then contact my technical team. We will be there, making sure that, the bot is protected. So now, no AI can do that, okay? Only human can do that. Please understand that, okay? AI would have actually liquidated you at that time, all right? So, and also exchanges, right? They love to liquidate. Has any one of you received any critical alert or any margin call email from JDXBOT or any margin call from Bitget? I think none. None, right? None of you actually received that. So means none of you were put in the critical stress condition. None. Okay. So this is the benefit of JDXBOT Autopilot. A true meaning of hands-free, that you can have the peace, allowing the bot allowing us to take care for you, right? Managing it for you. And yet, I think on that day, right, we made quite a huge profit. Okay. I thank God. We make quite. I think on that day alone, close to $40,000. $40,000 were delivered to our community. All right, $40,000, guys, on that day alone. Our JDX bot, right? Community, right? Those of you who have a bot running, that is about $40,000 on that day alone. While everyone else were losing money, we were actually enjoying the returns. Okay, so I just want you to know that. Okay, so this is just awesome. Okay, so I thank God. And you guys know we did not come here easy, right? We have tested 2 years. Okay, 2 years, and we have gone through all the blunders, and we keep persistent, we keep, stay true and keep improving and improving, right? So this is just awesome, guys. So I'm glad, and I'm really thank God. And I have to also really thank each and every one of you, right, for staying true. Because I know some people, they give up, right? They give up. They say this will never work. JDXBOT, it's not good, and so on. Yes, it was when we did a beta testing, we did a soft launch, all right? And then we did our pre-launch, right? Currently, we are at the final stage of the pre-launch. So that means that we are good to go, right? Next year, we can already do our final launch, and we can start to open to the public. Anyone can come on board. And also, there's a good news. Remember, guys, next year, right? When we do the final, remember, we have one more segment, which is the partners referral reward. Okay, partners referral, partners reward program. So partners reward program means that, you see, if when you have people under you, right, and they are trading under you, all the fees that is being deducted, right, the strategy fees that is deducted, okay, it will be total up, okay, for 1 month, and then you will receive a profit sharing from the company. Can you see that? So that is the last part that I'm actually going to build and put in, so that every one of you who has people under you, and we will then monitor the strategy fees that is deducted. So based on the strategy fee, you will be actually rewarded with the profit sharing. Can you understand me? So if the company, that's why next year, right, we will switch back to 30%. Why? Because 5% of that will be given back to the community, so that a community based on the strategy fees that is deducted. So that's why I told you, right? We are taking the real income and give it back to the community. All right. So it means that you are going to earn 3 types of income, right? Number 1, you will earn from the bot itself, which is no fixed ROI. Okay. But like today, right? Imagine today we made about an average of 3.5%, guys. Okay, that is just awesome, right? 3.5%. We waited for 2 days, the bot closes, and we made about 3.5%. Who is going to give you that? All right, so you're going to earn from the bot, and then you're also going to earn the referral income, right? We got 30% for you. And then I'm going to put another one more, which is you're going to earn the partners reward program coming from the fees that is deducted from your hierarchy. Wow, will that be awesome? So that means you can earn daily, right? Coming from the bot if there is income there, and then you can earn your referral. And every month, it's like you are getting a salary. Every month you will be getting your referral reward, referral reward coming to you, partners referral reward, okay, coming from that. So just imagine, right? Sometimes it's not how many people, sometimes it's how big is the volume, right? You can have 5 people under you and everyone put 10,000 to trade. And from that 10,000, imagine the fees that is being deducted, right? The 70, 70, 25. Now next will be 70, 30, right? So from that fees, right, we will give back 5%, to our partners. So this is the true meaning of partners, okay? The true meaning of partners. So I hope, all right? I hope you will wait until next year, right? I hope by next year we can get all these things done. So that's why we are continuously, okay, generating this revenue, because all this money we are using it to give to our developer so that the developer can put in, a seamless system in place so that every one of us will be blessed. Okay, all right? Are you guys happy? Okay, I hope you are happy, all right? I hope you are glad that you are part of JD Wealth Maker community, okay? And you know that we are always transparent. We are always, out front, outright everything that we do. And we make sure we communicate with you, okay? So if people don't understand what we are doing, that is fine. If they want something fast, they can go and look for other program, okay? But this is a real trading. This is a real trading, guys. All right, so this is awesome, right? To have this. So instead of you hearing you get liquidated, I think you should be happy that you are still in the market. Your positions are protected and so on. I think today we had a good result. Okay, I'm happy that today we even had a fantastic return. I think we had about, just a moment. Okay, I like myself, because I have my R&D bot. So the R&D bot delivers about 3.5%. I think I put up the information in the Facebook. I also put up the information in the group. So everyone may have a different result, but I believe, okay, today was one of the best results too, okay? But the day has not ended, right? It will only end 12 midnight Singapore time, okay? It is still going on, okay? All right, great. Okay, so if you guys are blessed, okay, and you understand now what really happened with the market. Okay, so before I start, let me see if, yeah, Obong, yes, please unmute yourself. Let me just take one and then we will get going.
Okay, doctor, please confirm you can hear me?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, good day, team. Doctor, for me, I'm very happy. Why I say I'm happy, I was shocked that when I called you, you didn't even sleep. Even inside the car, you never sleep. You were monitoring. Unbelievable. That is personal. I was shocked. I was begging you to go and sleep. So I personally love your passion, about what you are doing. Because personally, even when I called my wife, I said, when I called this man didn't sleep. This man was even inside the car. Was he monitoring this thing? So I personally really appreciate what you are doing, and I pray more grace, to you on what you are doing, empowering ordinary people to generate extraordinary income. I really appreciate what you are doing, because even me, I was surprised when I called you, on video and seeing that as at that time that you're supposed to be sleeping per your own time zone, you were still monitoring, ensuring that this thing worked well for all of us. So I personally really appreciate. I say when we are doing this meeting, I will really show that appreciation personally. I really appreciate what you are doing. I just pray God gives you more energy, more grace to do what you are doing. I really appreciate what you are doing. Thank you very, very much.
Amen.
Because
Amen.
I was shocked. I was shocked seeing even inside the car. I was really shocked. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Praise God for that. Thank you so much, Obong, for that, for that kind words and continuous encouragement. Okay. Now, these are the things that keep us alive, keep us excited, continuously encouraged to deliver. But it's just my passion. Okay. If it is your passion, then, all these temporary sleeps and so on is just temporary. I did, regain some of my sleep back thereafter, right? Because when the time really needs you, when you are pressed with those kind of situation, you have to be there, right? So that's very important. Okay. So okay, great guys. Let me just proceed with the presentation, because today I want to share with you on the copy trading, right? JDXCopyMaster, because we managed to close all the position. But I know that for the JDXCopyMaster, right, it is different, okay? Because although JDXBOT, okay, delivers significant profit for the CopyMaster, because it is a manual trade, things were otherwise, right? But please understand that JDXCopyMaster 1.0 was just a trial run, all right? We have not really done the real trading. I was just doing testing. So today I'm going to introduce JDX CopyMaster 2.0. Now we will do the real, okay? So this is the time that we want to recover back, the profitability and so on. So and the strategy that I'm going to implement is going to be slightly different than what we have, because now we already know how bigger copy trading system actually works and so on. Okay, so this is going to be exciting. So just hang on there. All right, and let me just complete the presentation. And if you have any questions later on, you can ask me. All right, so that will be really great. Okay, let's just move on. So, okay. Okay, great. All right. So, first of all, thank you so much, okay, to each and every one of you for coming on board. I really appreciate it, okay? I think this kind of partnership, is what we really need. And also, right, it is always good to have a small team rather than a big team, because small team helps you to basically understand things better. And also, those of you are following me, right, since 2023 November, when we did the beta testing, right, for the JDX, I really want to appreciate you guys, okay, for the faithfulness, for your perseverance, going through the challenges together and so on. Those of you are coming on board, you are going to be blessed, okay, because we have gone through all those trouble just to make sure that those of you are coming in now are going to be blessed. Okay, so that's going to be important, right? So now, as I always mention, right, first thing first, when you are getting into any program, is to understand the positioning of the company. Okay, so over here, the company name is JD Wealth Maker, and JD Wealth Maker is a financial technology, fintech, DeFi. Okay, it's a decentralized finance software development company. Okay, so I'm basically the founder and the CEO of the company, and you have been hearing from me most of the time. All right, I have never asked anyone else to do the presentation. Okay, I want to do it so that I understand, the people that are in my community. Okay, but we will never know. Okay, if the company starts to grow, there can be other people. So while I'm still here, okay, use this opportunity to connect. Okay, because you may not be able to actually have access to this kind of relationship in many other company. All right. So here, as a founder, I am here at the front, always present. Okay. I think this is the most important confidence and trust that we can actually give to the people. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to remind you guys is that we are actually a incorporated company, software development company. So we are not an MLM company. So if you are here for the fixed return, I want 1% every day, you are in the wrong place. Okay, go and find other company that is doing MLM that can give you ROI. We don't do that over here. All right. So we have a system here that delivers quite a sustainable, consistent, profitability and so on. So stay true and understand how JDXBOT, okay, works, so that you can then plan how, okay, to fit this into your portfolios. Okay, now there are two important brands here. Okay, so please understand we have two brands. One is our flagship brand that we are really proud of, which is JDXBOT, and then we also have a complementary brand which today, okay, today actually I'm going to officially open up the new trade for JDX CopyMaster 2.0. All right, so just take note of that. So JDXBOT is an algo trading. All right, it is 100% automated. So it is actually connected through API. So you need an exchange and you just connect the API and everything, okay, 100% will be managed by JDXBOT team. Okay, so you do not need to interfere. All that you need to do is just make sure to manage your trading fund, which I will explain to you later on. What is the trading fund requirements and so on. Okay. Now, JDX CopyMaster is a copy trading. That simply means that I am trading manually, and through the smart copy, smart copy features, whatever that I am actually opening will open at your side. Okay, so that's basically JDXCopyMaster. So I'm going to go through both of these products. So, okay, so just, just be attentive, listen to the information I'm going to share with you. And then later on, feel free to ask any question, okay? Now, our mandate is very simple. We just want to empower ordinary people to generate extraordinary income. This is the mandate that God has given to us. So it is like a ministry, right? In the ministry, in the marketplace, okay? So our ministry and our mandate in the marketplace is to empower ordinary people so that they can generate extraordinary income through this product, right? So that is going to be powerful. All right. Now, just a quick introduction about JDXBOT. Now, please understand, okay, in the high-speed world of cryptocurrency trading, where volatility can make or break fortunes, JDXBOT stands as a revolutionary trading system. Engineered to protect capital first. Can you see that? That is the most important, right? To protect capital of our global partners first, and then we generate consistent, sustainable profit for our global partners. Okay, now please understand, guys, as we saw this in real life, right? The history, first time ever in the crypto history, right? Crypto market, 19 billion were wiped off. All right, so that's the why I'm telling you guys, where there is volatility, it can either break you or it can even actually deliver fortune. All right, but we thank God, okay, that even during this volatile, manipulated situation, right, JDXBOT actually stands as a revolutionary trading system, right? So this is just awesome, okay? So now please understand that JDXBOT is backed by over 15 years of hands-on expertise in futures and leverage crypto trading, and it is powered by a tested and proven algorithm since 2003 when we actually started the beta testing. So we went through all the struggles, right, during that time. I remember many of you got liquidated, all right? Many of you got liquidated. I think we couldn't even last 3,000 to 4,000 range, right? 4,000 people get liquidated. Now 24,000. Here we come, right? So can you just imagine how much of this R&D and improvement effort that actually gone in, okay, into creating this kind of technology, okay? Now, JDXBOT sets a new global standard for smart, resilient, and profitable futures crypto trading, all right? So this is a nutshell, okay, just to help you understand JDXBOT, okay? Now, what set us apart, okay? This is very important, okay? Number one, I think this is the most important, right? That we want to make sure. So when we design JDXBOT, and also because I'm involved with a lot of investment, right? I'm studying a lot of program outside there. And you know that most of these programs, especially the MLM, right? You have to put your capital into their account. But over here, it is the other way around, okay? 100% of your fund is controlled by the users, all right? So when you set up your exchanges, you do your KYC, you will fund your trading account in your own account. So that means that you have complete 100% control of your own fund, all right? So that's how it works with JDXBOT, okay? Now, number two, it is 100% autopilot, runs 24/7, 365 days, okay? So the bot operates autonomously around the clock, providing user with flexibility to trade at any time from anywhere, okay? I think this is important because we are in the decentralized finance, we are in the crypto space, and because of that, the bot must run 24/7, okay? So even during the weekend, right, the bot can run. Currently, we can see even weekends are volatile. Even weekend also, the bot is still delivering profit, okay? Now, the other important thing is that 100% transparency of live trades and results at your fingertip. Now, this is important, right? So now, please understand, guys, we partner with a third-party exchange. Why? Because you can get independent transparency report. Now, a lot of the company outside there, they brag and they are very, very proud because they say they are the marketing and they are the operation. Come on, guys. Okay, there is a conflict of interest. So that simply means this company can manipulate and alter some of those data. But now, because we partner with a third-party exchange, we cannot manipulate, we cannot alter. So what you see in your app is the real performance of the bot. That is it. Can you see that? So this is the reason why we partner with a third party rather than creating our own department internally and try to manipulate. So that is not the way to run it. Okay. So now user can monitor their live trading activities and results in real time. They can look into their trading analysis. Okay, and this definitely will foster trust and transparency, right, in the trading process. So that is what we really want. Okay. Now, the other aspect is that it is a tested and proven winning strategy built by real expertise. So as I mentioned to you earlier, right, I've been doing this since 2010. I've been trading futures, trading leverages, and so on. So these are the real strategy that has been tested through times and been improved, okay, since we did the beta testing. And now, okay, we have a so-called a fully grown strategy that we can actually, a flagship product that we can offer to our community, okay, and they are blessed with it, right? Now, the other thing is that it's a safe and reliable compliance trading platform. So the third-party exchange that we are working with, all right, they are safe, reliable, all right, and also please understand that, okay, that there is a fund protections and so on that is available with this trading platform. Okay, and last but not least, we offer one of the highest profit sharing probably in the industry with instant settlements of profit. So we have the profit sharing. So every time the bot closes, okay, in profit, all right, there is a 70-35, 70-25 profit sharing. 75% goes to our partner. All right. Now we also give one of the highest referral commission, okay, which is a total of 30%, level 1, 20%, level 2, 10%. So this is your chance, guys. These are benefit involved. And as I mentioned to you, in the final stage, probably next year, we will have the partners reward program whereby you can actually earn a profit sharing based on the strategy fees that is being deducted. All right. Now, these advantages make JDXBOT an appealing choice for individuals seeking automated crypto trading solution with transparency, accessibility, and history of success all at an affordable initial cost, okay, which I'll explain to you very, very shortly what is the startup cost and how you can be part of JDXBOT. Okay, now it is important for you to understand the ecosystem and the entity that is involved, okay, in JDXBOT in delivering this automated trading, right? Now, the two important entity here is BitGet. So BitGet is our official partner, right? So you can use our partner's referral link, all right, in order to actually sign up for BitGet, all right? Anyone can do that. And please understand that, okay? For BitGet, you can use our link, but for JDXBOT, don't, okay? You have to use the link of the person who actually introduced you, okay? Please take note of that. Now, please understand that, okay? For BitGet, all right, you need to sign up, okay? You need to sign up separately, okay, for BitGet account, and you need to do KYC, just the level 1 identity verification, all right? And you need to create an API, and later on, you need to bind the API with JDXBOT. Okay, so under JDXBOT, so you can see we got two separate platforms. Okay, one is BitGet. You need to sign up separately, as I mentioned to you, is the third party, and you have JDXBOT. Okay, back office. So you also need to sign up with JDXBOT. Okay, and then you do the email verification, and then you actually enable your 2FA authentication. And this is where things get exciting because you need to start to purchase the strategy plan. All right, so I'll explain to you what are the number of strategy or bots that we offer. All right, and then you need to perform API binding with BitGet, and then you need to fund your strategy wallet. So this is where the 25% of the profit sharing deduction will be deducted automatically every time the bot closes the position in profit. Okay, and then so this is the most important. Okay, I will explain more detail, but I just want you to be aware there are two separate accounts in BitGet. One is the main futures account, and the other one is the sub account. You have to fund both of these accounts. Right? It is important. Okay, I'll explain to you later on why we have these two accounts and how the risk management system works that helps protect your account from not getting liquidated. All right. And lastly, once all this process are done, your bot will be automatically, all right, automatically activated. All right, okay. So now, if you look at here, right, we have three separate strategy. We have USDT, USDC, and also BTC. Now, this is brilliant because, see, please understand, okay? If you ask me, right, I would always advise you to buy or to actually subscribe to all the strategy, because please understand that this is called diversification. So the more strategy you have, the more profit potential that you have. But if you only have one strategy, high likely, right? If in the event there is not much trading taking place because the liquidity in the market or the price moving sideways, you may not see the amount of profit that is going to come in. But if you have more, if you have all the three strategies, so if one of it, okay, the less profit, the other one probably giving you more profit. Can you see that? So it actually, it actually equalize, okay, your earning, right? So that's why we offer the three strategy. And also most importantly, okay, this is important. Now, some of you may say that, hey, I'm going to buy Bitcoin. Now, do you know that with JDXBOT, you don't need to buy Bitcoin. You can actually earn Bitcoin. So we have a Bitcoin strategy, right? So if you want to actually save Bitcoin for the future, do you know that you can actually have a Bitcoin bot and it actually going to give you Bitcoin every single day or every time the bot closes in profit? Isn't that awesome? So you don't have to go and do DCA and, buy Bitcoin, because you will be earning Bitcoin. And later, probably I will show you how you can swap your USDC and USDT to Bitcoin, and you can be actually holding Bitcoin, all right, and keep increasing your Bitcoin holding, because you don't know, right? If one day Bitcoin price hit 200,000, come on, guys. This is going to be huge. Apart from earning from JDXBOT, you are also going to earn because you hold Bitcoin for the long term. Isn't that awesome? All right, great. Let's move on. Okay, now I need to draw your attention, okay, to this slide, to this presentation here, because this is the heartbeat why our bot did not get liquidated. This is the heartbeat. And this is what makes JDXBOT completely different than any other bot you can find outside there. Everyone else brag about the technical analysis, which for me is a BS. But only thing that we can brag about JDXBOT is the wallet management strategy that we have in place. Okay, so you can see, okay, our approach is tactical strategy, not technical strategy. All right, now please understand, guys. See, I look at trading from a war zone perspective, a battlefield perspective. Now, trading involves a red army and a green army, right? You got a red candle and a green candle. So when you enter into a war zone, you don't learn how to shoot. It is not the time to learn technical. You learn how to shoot before you enter into the battlefield. So when you are in the battlefield, what you need to learn is the tactical strategy, how you're going to preserve your bullet, your ammunition. So you don't go into the battlefield and keep shooting everyone until you are depleted. You are dead, my friend. All right, the enemy will know that you have zero bullet. They will come after you. But if you are a trained soldier, when you go into the battlefield, you can hear the bullets of your enemy. You know how many bullets they have. Can you understand me? So you may not want to use your bullet. You preserve your bullet, because at the time when the enemy is at their weakest point, that's where you ambush and you win the war and you walk out, right? So the waiting time in the war zone is important. All right. So these are tactical strategy that you learn. You may not learn from anyone else, right? Because everybody teach you technical and they ask you to put in as much as possible to trade, and then you get liquidated. All right. So we don't work in that manner. Okay. Please understand that. So JDXBOT employ a dynamic risk mitigation system that actively manages the interaction between users' main futures account and the sub account to safeguard users' position. Now, let me explain to you how this strategy actually works. Now, if you look in this example, right, I have the main account, and this main account, please understand, the minimum funding requirement is $200 at this time, okay? There might be a changes. We will update you. We are doing some R&D, but now it is still remain 200. So now 200 for each asset. So if you have USDT is 200. If you have USDC is 200. BTC is 200. All right. So now when you have 200 in your main account, you need make sure that you have 50% of the main account amount in your sub account. So if you have 200 in your main account, your sub account must be a minimum of 50%, which is 100. Okay, so please take note. Okay, now this requirement will change. Okay, because we are now changing. It will be 1-to-1 ratio. Now it's a 1-to-half ratio. Okay, so moving forward, it will be changed. So we will keep you updated. But also, right, we are looking at bringing down the main futures account. Okay, so we will let you know the detail. But at the moment, if you are coming in, it is $200 and your sub account is $100 minimum. If you can put your sub account $200, excellent. All right, so 1-to-1 is the best. Okay, it's the best because you will be protected. So now let me explain to you how these things work. Now, the first thing, right? JDXBOT algorithm have a real-time monitoring. So JDXBOT algo will continuously monitor the main account base available balance. So let's say, for example, right, you put 200. So your 200 will be the base. Even if you top up when the position open, right, you top up, let's say, another 100. We will not recognize it is 300. We will still use the base as 200 until the cycle complete and a new cycle open, then only we will recognize 300. I hope you get me, okay? So even if you top up while the bot is running, it will not recognize that as the base amount. Okay? So the base amount get reset every cycle. Okay? so and automatically replenish it from sub account with an amount equivalent to the total dollar cost average value. Now, this replenishment restores the available balance to the base available balance for optimal bot performance. Let me explain to you. Now, let's say, for example, right, I have $200 as my base balance. Let's say when I open the trade and the trade went against me. Beautiful. We love when trade go against us because that's where we make a lot of money. All right. Now, when the trade go against me, we have 17 DCA that is already built into the algorithm. 17, okay, 17. So when the DCA happen, it will add the order, right? It will add order. So let's say, for example, the first DCA, it add $20, or let's say it add $10. So now JDXBOT algorithm will recognize that from 200, now there is only 190 available. So what will happen? JDXBOT will now communicate with the sub account and request the sub account to replenish the $10 to always maintain the 200 base balance. Can you see that? Isn't that awesome? So the sub account role is to replenish, to maintain your main account so that it is always 200 base available balance. So even if your main account use $50, it doesn't matter because you have $100, right, in your sub account. So the $50 will top up or will replenish your main account to maintain your balance. Now, by doing so, your estimate liquidation is kept far away so that you don't get liquidated. Can you just imagine? Isn't that awesome, right? So this is not technical, guys. This is a tactical strategy. It's a wallet management strategy. All right? Okay, now, cycle and normalization. Now, once all the trading positions are fully closed, the replenished funds are automatically returned to the sub-account, preparing for the next trading cycle without requiring manual intervention. So if, for example, right, if the total replenished amount is $50, that $50 will return back to the sub-account, okay, and it will be reset again, normalized for the next cycle. So always remember, okay, if you want to understand cycle, the moment the bot opens a position, that is considered a cycle. Until that position closes in profit, that cycle ends. Now, with JDXBOT, when the cycle ends, you have 10 minutes. Okay, in that 10 minutes, there is no new position that will open. It gives you some time so that if you want to top up your main account and the sub account, you can do whatever you want during that 10 minutes. Or if you say, I don't want to trade anymore, I want to remove all my fund, you can transfer all your main account fund back into your spot wallet. And you can say, I don't want to trade for the next 3 days. It's up to you. Don't worry about it. But the moment you fund back your main account, JDXBOT will check, recognize there is a fund, your bot will start automatically. Isn't that awesome? So this is great, right? So it gives you, that's why I told you guys, the system gives you 100% control what you want to do with your fund. Okay? Because you are not investing with us. Your fund is used, okay, for your own trading. All right? Please take note. Now, next. Now, we have a fallback control. Okay? Now, if the sub-account lacks sufficient balance for replenishment, JDXBOT will switch to using the main account balance for continued DCA operation. So let's say, for example, as I mentioned, the minimum 50% in your sub-account. And if you say, I don't have 100%, I can only do 50%. Okay, fine. So what happened? If your sub-account is depleted, JDXBOT will continue the DCA using your main account. Can you see that? So that your entry price are consistently, okay, drawn closer to the current price. This is important because when the market reverses, all right, your current price is closer, then your position will close as soon as possible and you can actually realize the profit. Okay? Okay, now, please understand, okay? If you don't have 100%, you got 50%, high likely you will receive a critical alert trigger. But by God's grace, we thank God that during the 24,000 price movement, none of our users got an alert trigger, right? I think that is awesome, okay? So now, in the event the main account balance dropped to 50% of the highest available balance, a critical alert email will be sent to notify user to top up their sub-account. Now, this advanced prompt helps avoid liquidation and keep user bot running smoothly, all right? So now, this is like, please understand, guys, it's at 50%, not at 0 or 10%. So that means that we are alerting you much, much earlier that your main account balance is now below 50%. So as long as it is below 50%, you will be receiving critical alert trigger every hour. The moment you top up your sub account, okay, you don't top up your main account. Remember, you need to top up your sub account. So the moment you top up your sub account, it will check your main account. If it's below, it will immediately replenish to maintain it above 50%. Okay, now please understand, okay, this is JDXBOT alert. But if you refuse and you don't check your email and it further get depleted until it reaches 10% or so, you will receive a margin call from BitGet. That is called the worst case scenario. And if you don't respond to that margin call, you will get liquidated. So please understand, okay? JDXBOT never promised that you won't get liquidated. But if you don't manage your fund, there is high possibility that you can get liquidated. So please be very clear, okay? Because we cannot promise you a fixed ROI and we cannot promise you that you won't get liquidated. If we promise you, we will be lying. Okay, so with the system or the wallet management strategy in place, and if you obey the system and you do what is required, you'll be fine. That's why I always mention, right? If you are busy, you are working outside of town or whatever, right? Try to make sure your sub account is 100% or 150% or 200%. Okay, so you top up your sub account so that whatever happens, right? Your sub account always have, you know, abundance of fun. Okay, because at the end of it, it will still normalize and actually send back all that amount back into your sub account. Okay, so I hope now you can see what makes JDXBOT different compared to all the other bots that is available outside there. Let me tell you guys, everything else is TA. JDXBOT is the only tactical strategy you have here. Okay, all right, that is awesome. Now let's move on. So now, this is our proprietary tactical strategy. Okay, so JDXBOT develops and deploy is proprietary in-house crypto futures algo trading system engineered to protect capital first and generate consistent, sustainable profit. Now, let's quickly look at some of these proprietary that we built in-house. Okay, number one, we have our strategy is using a tactical counter trend strategy. Now, you will hear, right? All the traders will tell you trend is your friend. Bullshit. If trend is your friend, you would have never get the 19 billion liquidation. Because trend is the friend, that's why many of them got liquidated. Because JDXBOT was actually buying down where everyone else were actually buying long. That's why we were protected, right? So now, please understand that this strategy allows JDXBOT to thrive where emotional traders fail, profiting from market pullbacks and correction. So we are using a tactical counter trend strategy. So in the tactical counter trend strategy, that's why we need what we call a dollar cost averaging. And because I am good in martingale strategy, I have actually infused DCA and the martingale together into the strategy. All right. Now, this adaptive approach transforms potential drawdowns into setups for instant high margin gains. All right. Then we have arbitrage hedging strategy. Now, this dual layer strategy ensures profit consistency with built-in risk control in place. So that's why you see that every time JDXBOT opens a position, we have a dual position, which is a hedging strategy. All right. So with this hedging strategy, it is like an arbitrage concept, not exchange to exchange, but position to position. All right. Now, last but not least, we have a partial profit-taking strategy. Now, by doing so, user can actually continue to enjoy consistent profit accumulation despite having an open floating position, ensuring steady growth and enhanced capital efficiency within the overall. So even if you are floating for days, it doesn't matter because at one point you will have profit on one position and floating on another position. We can still take a partial profit from the profitable position. So isn't that awesome, right? While you are floating, you are still enjoying the profit. Okay, so this is the proprietary tactical strategy that has been built into JDXBOT. Okay, so I hope you are getting it. If you don't understand, don't worry. Okay, these are all the inner workings of the bots. Okay, why the bot? That's why you see, did I put AI there? No. Why? Why should I claim something that I never put? Why should I lie to you? All right, that's why a lot of the bots outside there, they are just complete lying to you because if I put AI, I will get more customers, right? But where is the AI? Can they prove to you they really have the AI? All right, so you better check before you join because some of this is just a marketing, marketing gimmick. All right, so please be very careful. Okay, so now we have a next level transparency and independent trading results. So you can actually watch real-time open position. You can monitor your open position. You can even go to the futures P&L analysis to check, all right, the bot's performance and so on. This cannot be live because it's a third party, guys. That's why I told you, right? Why we partner with a third party? Because we can get this independent report. So users will now have high level of trust, okay, and transparency, right, in the trading process. Okay, this is important. Now, trading profit available instantly in user spot wallet. You see that? So you have the spot wallet, and every time the profit is generated, the profit will be actually transferred into your spot wallet. So in the spot wallet, you can actually withdraw the realized profit, okay, to your external wallet instantly. Less than 5 minutes, you already receive your USDT or whatever, right? Or you can even transfer. You have the option to transfer internally into the sub account, or you can even transfer back to the main account. Okay, you want to compound your trading and so on. That's just brilliant, right? So now this spot wallet, okay, helps you. Okay, you can see your 100% of the realized profit actually transferred into your spot. So when the position close, okay, the fees are deducted, and after the bid get fees are deducted, 100% of your realized profit is here. So where do we actually deduct your 25%? In your JDXBOT back office, not here, because we don't have access to your BitGet account. Please understand that. All right, we can't access to your money. So you don't need to worry because we can't have access. So the only way for you to make sure that you have prepared the fund in your JDXBOT strategy wallet for us to actually do the deduction. Okay, so this is basically the profit sharing auto deduction takes place in the JDXBOT back office. So in the back office, you have a strategy wallet. So now please understand, this is a unique smart contract address to deposit the strategy fee. So our users will deposit the strategy fee here. So you can see the available balance and so on. And you can deposit, and you can also set up a balance reminder. So every time there is a deduction, it reaches certain level, you get a reminder to top up. So make sure you maintain sufficient balance at all time, or else your bot will get deactivated. So every time, there is a profit, you can see the history record. Profit sharing deduction instantly reflect in real time upon the closure of position in profit in BitGet. Can you see that? So you can see. So if you receive certain profit, 25% will be taken from this wallet. All right. So that's how the profit sharing actually works. Okay. So I hope that gives you a clarity now, right? How this whole thing works when it comes to JDXBOT. Now let's quickly look into the initial startup cost, because I know that, right? When people are excited, now they want to know what is the cost associated with JDXBOT. Okay. Now, there are 4 important costs that you need to be aware of. Number 1, you have to purchase the strategy plan. Okay. So we have a 12 plus 1 month, okay, free subscription for the new one. All right. So please understand the USDT is $100, USDC 100, and BTC 100. So total is 300. But if you purchase three strategy at once, you only pay 250. All right. So now, please understand, guys, you can't get this value anywhere else. Even exchanges are charging you probably 100, 150 every month. But we are trying to empower ordinary people, so we are trying to keep the price cheaper. All right. But next year, we will be increasing because this is an introductory price, okay, for the past 2 years, right? So next year, probably there will be a revision, okay? So do grab, okay, this price as soon as possible, okay? Then next, you need to fund your main futures account. This is in BitGet. So as I mentioned to you, the minimum initial funding for BitGet main futures account starts at 200 for each of the strategy. So USDT 200, USDC 200, BTC 200, all right? Now, you also need to fund your sub account. As I mentioned to you, currently, the minimum requirement is 50% of your main account. All right. And last but not least, you have to fund your strategy wallet. Now, to get your bot activated, make sure initial deposit is $30 or more. And after that, you just have to maintain maybe 20% or 30% every month. All right. So from your profit. So if you are generating, let's say, a profit of $1,000, then you need to prepare maybe 200 or 300. Okay, just prepare for the deduction of the 25%. Okay, please take note. Right. So now let me just break down for you. Okay, if you purchase one strategy, all right, you will pay 100, and you need to fund 200 for your main futures account. Sub account will be 50% minimum, $100. And to get your strategy wallet activated, you need $30. So one strategy, you will need about $430. Now, if you go for 2 strategies, you will need about $810. But if you go for all the 3, right, this is normally what we advise you, go for all the 3, you save $50. Okay, and the rest of it, you will need at least about 1,200 to get your 3 strategies activated. All right. So I hope, right, now based on this information and based on all the technical aspects of the strategies and so on, right, you can actually make an informed decision and you can start to get yourself ready. All right. How to be part of JDXBOT. Okay. All right. Okay, now this is the trading profit sharing model. So as I mentioned to you, currently until December 2025, the profit sharing will be 75 25, whereby our partners will enjoy 75%. So if I make $1 profit, you get 75 cents. JDXBOT, okay, strategy fee or the profit sharing will be 25 cents. All right. Now, as I mentioned to you, please, okay, that the fees, why until end of the year? Because next year onwards, it will be reverted back to 70-30. And then we will allocate that 5% for the profit sharing because we will be introducing the partners referral reward program. Okay, just take note of that. Now, referral bonus program. So this is what I'm telling you, that this is a lucrative referral bonus program. You will enjoy unlimited lifetime 2 tiers, okay, referral bonuses. All right, so the total, okay, bonuses that is been allocated is about 30% on any purchases of the strategy and upon each renewal. So level 1, you will enjoy 20%. So let's say, for example, right, someone came in with $250. You will immediately enjoy 20%, which is $50 credited into your back office, and you can withdraw that immediately, and then you don't have to wait for approval. It is instant. All right. So just imagine, guys, if you have 10 people under you and you are earning $50 each, it's already $500. You can already fund your trading account, right? So you can increase your trading accounts and so on, okay? So that's the beauty of it. And if your level 1 introduce your level 2, their level 1, you get another 10%. So that is a total of 30%. So this is a massive, okay, benefit that is available for our community. So you can take advantage, okay, by introducing people, okay? All right. Now, so what is the next profitable move? Simple 3 steps. Number 1, you need to sign up. So remember, as I mentioned to you, you need to sign up for BitGet account. You also need to sign up for JDXBOT. Now, let me remind everyone, okay, do not sign up for JDXBOT until you sign up BitGet account and get your KYC approved. Because if your KYC is not approved, you cannot be part of JDXBOT. Okay, because we comply to BitGet as our official partner. So if BitGet doesn't accept you, we also doesn't accept you. All right. Now, once you have already signed up, you need to connect your API, and then you need to make sure to do all the funding requirement. Once everything is done, your bot will be activated automatically. You don't have to follow up. You don't have to send an email and ask what is going on. It's all done through algorithm. All right. It is autonomous, so you don't have to worry. Automatically, it will be activated. Okay, now, maybe you worry, wow, there are so many things to do here. Don't worry, okay? If you go back to our back office, right, under JDXBOT.com, you look at the getting started. You don't have to be a member, okay? You don't have to sign up to go to the website. You can log in to the website, okay? And you will see getting started. So number 1 and number 2 is the most important. Getting started checkpoints. There are 13 checkpoints step by step. So make sure you try to print, okay, or download the PDF file. There are 13 checkpoints. Now, for each of these checkpoints, we also have a getting started guide where you have the step-by-step, processes for you. So if you are introduced by your referral, right, make sure you go to the step. If you have any problem, get back to the people you have introduced you, because they are already in the system. So they will be able to advise you accordingly. And if you still have issue, don't worry, okay? Reach out to support at JDXBOT.com. All right, so we will try to assist you and so on, okay? All right. Okay, now, before I go, okay, to the copy, I want to just bring you to the back office, right? I want to show you the back office. There's something important I want you to see, okay? So now, as I mentioned, right, you can see this is the dashboard. So in this dashboard, I can actually look into my capital, okay? How much equity I have on the hourly balance, right? I can see my equity. So currently my USDT, I funded $1,000, but now my balance is about, let me just see if I can refresh this. Okay, that's right. So you can see, right? $1,000 is still there, right? Why? Because of the base available balance, always maintain. Then my BTC is 200 and my USDC around 500. So this is the realized profit today. So just imagine, guys, today alone, Okay, I've already made $62 over my 1,700 capital. So you can calculate that is around what? 3 point something percent, right? Isn't that awesome? And this is the 25% of the strategy fee that has been deducted. So you can see everything there. And here is the 3 bots that are active. And I can see how long will this be active, when it will be inactive, so that I can renew. All right. And here I have my total realized profit on a monthly basis and my strategy fee. And I also can see my total asset. Now, this is where the strategy wallet is. Can you see that? I have my strategy wallet. So I just need to make sure that I maintain the strategy wallet so that the deduction is taking place, okay, for the profit sharing. All right. So I hope you get it. Now, if you go back, all right, to the dashboard, sorry, to the home, you can see over here the getting started guide. Okay. So currently the asset that we are managing is around 183,000. And since we started, we have already delivered a trading profit of 271,000 to our community. Okay, so this is just to give you an idea. Now, I want to quickly get to the Bitget. Okay, I want you to see the bot. So this is how the trading is taking place now. Can you see that? The trading is taking place. All right. So over here, I have 3 strategy. USDT. All right. USDC, BTC pub is USDC, and also I have BTC. All right. So I can actually select any of this strategy over here. Okay. Now, you can actually check everything you want to, right? The live strategy is over here. Okay. So if I would go to my asset, this is where my asset is. All right. But what I want to show you now is the spot. Now you look into the spot, right? This is just today. Just today alone, this account has already made about $90. All right. So I have my USDT, USDC. Can you see the BTC? So I told you just now, right? You can earn BTC, all right, from the trading profit. You can actually accumulate your BTC. But do you know that I can swap my USDT and USDC now because BTC price is down? So I can immediately, right, swap these 2 assets. Or maybe you say, I want to use USDT for my expenses, and I want to swap the USDC to BTC, and I want to accumulate my BTC. Now, all that you need to do, go to trade, and then you select the tools, and here you can actually swap. So I want to swap my USDC to BTC maximum amount. All right. And I can convert immediately now because now the BTC price is low, right? So I will get more BTC. And I want to do the same with my USDT because I do not need this USDT. So I want to convert all my USDT to BTC. So now what happened? If I go back to my spot wallet, I have already accumulated BTC. I have converted. So can you see, guys, while you are earning from JDXBOT, you can also take advantage of the market. So when BTC price goes down, you can convert your USDC and USDT stablecoin to BTC. Now you will have more BTC. Now, just imagine, guys, 0.00082. Now Bitcoin price is around what? It's around $110,000. Now, if suddenly Bitcoin price become 200,000, what will be the value of USDT here? I can then convert back my BTC to USDT using the trade function over here, right? The convert function. So this is the beauty of Bitget platform that we have here. All right. So you need to be smart. And let me tell you something. If you want to buy Bitcoin, why don't you actually have a Bitcoin bot that is running for you? So probably you fund the biggest in your Bitcoin, right? So that you will earn Bitcoin more and more in your bot. Something like that, okay? So you need to plan it out, all right? Then if I go to the futures, I can check my PNL. See that? I have the PNL here. So I can go to my trading analysis and I can look into the 30 days performance of my bot. Can you see that? So when is the day that this bot closed all the profit? All right, so you can see 9 days profit, 0 day losses. So all the 9 days, right, the bot has been making profit. So I can change to maybe, let's say, USDC. You see that? I got one losses. When was this? This was during the crash. One loss, it doesn't matter because my net realized profit is still profit. You see that? So can you just imagine the transparency that you have here? Okay, this is what I'm trying to deliver to you. I want you to be able to see the full transparency, all right? Because this is, I think, is the most important thing, all right? When come to becoming part of any program, right? I think this is awesome, right? Okay, great. Don't worry about it, okay? All right, now let me quickly move to the final presentation here on the JDX CopyMaster because later, right, after this presentation, CopyMaster trading will officially go live, right? Please take note of that, okay? All right, now let me quickly go through this, okay? Okay, now these are the features, okay? Number one, you 100% manage, sorry, the CopyMaster is 100% managed by master trader myself. All right, now you can start as low as $50. You can top up at any time to enjoy higher yield. But I have a very important reminder, okay? Set aside additional reserve of at least the same amount in your spot wallet to accommodate potential top up. So if you put 50, make sure you have another 50 reserve. If you put 1,000, make sure you have another 1,000 reserve. That's all I can tell you, one to one. All right, one to one, okay? So because if sometimes market is crazy, I will ask you to top up. All right, and then you tell me that I don't have the fund. Then you get liquidated. Don't come and blame me. All right? So please understand, okay? Because we never promise, okay, that you won't get liquidated, okay? Please understand. Next is a zero subscription fees. All right? No API configuration. So why we have JDX CopyMaster, right? Because there are people who are new to crypto. They may not understand about JDXBOT and so on. No problem. They can start with the CopyMaster and then later on they can upgrade to JDXBOT, right? Because these two products is a complementary. All right. Next, 80-20 profit sharing. Okay. So JDXBOT is 75-25. Here is 80-20. And then smart copy mode. That means that trades mirror the master strategy. All right. So everything that I do, it will mirror at your side. All right. And next is a copier center management. So if you are in JDXBOT, or you have a spot trading going on your own, you don't need to worry because the fund will not be mixed because you have a dedicated fund management to prevent disruption to your existing fund allocation. All right. So that's the beauty of BitGet, this copy trading, right? Last but not least, same thing, 100% fund is controlled by the users. All right. Okay. Now, how to get started? Let me just explain to you so that most of you can already get started. I think the link is already, okay, the private link is not open to the public, guys. It's only private. So if you are in our Telegram group or you already been part of JDX CopyMaster, the link is already there. You can go and click the link and actually get started. Now, if you are not part of and you want to be part, please, okay, reach out at copymaster jdwealthmaker.com for assistance, okay? Or you can reach out to your upline or to the person that has actually introduced you to this presentation today and get their referral link, all right? Okay, now step number one, go to JDX CopyMaster, copy trading page, all right? You click below private link by invitation only. So when you click this link, it will bring you straight to the JDX CopyMaster copy trading page. Now, if you click the link doesn't work, don't worry. You can replace .com to .site. You see that? bitget.com, right? You can change it to bitget.site. Because in some country, high likely, right? bitget.com is blocked by your country, privacy or whatever. So you can use .site, okay? Please understand that. Now, once you click the link, it will then bring you to this page, right? It will bring you to this page. So now, in this page, you need to tap the copy. All right, tap the copy button, and then it will bring you to this page. Now, please, okay, check the top there whether what mode is it, a smart copy or diverse. Please understand, JDXBOT is using smart copy. So if you see it's a diverse, then you tap the switch icon here. All right, tap the switch icon because you need to switch to smart copy. All right, so once you have done that, then you click next. It will bring you to the next page. So here, make sure you select smart copy. All right, select smart copy and then you click upgrade because high likely you are using the old version. All right, so that's the reason why you don't see the smart copy. So you need to click the smart copy and then you upgrade and then you tap the confirm over here. So thereafter, it will bring you to this page. So now make sure you confirm, okay, it's a smart copy. And then you need to ensure that you have the fund. So make sure, okay, you need to fund your spot wallet with USDT. Okay, you fund your spot wallet. When you fund your spot wallet, it will automatically appear and show the available balance in your copy trading page. So as I mentioned to you, you need minimum $50 to start the copy trading, but make sure you have a reserve of another $50. So that means you might need to fund $100 into your spot wallet, $50 you use to activate your trading, another $50 you keep. If you fund, let's say $1,000, that means $500 is for you to trade. Another $500 you want to keep in case you may need it to top up later on. Okay. All right. So, but nevertheless, make sure you check. I think there's another video where you can do auto top up and you can do auto profit taking. All right. The video is available in the Telegram group. So make sure you get the link. All right. So now once you key in, okay, you key in the amount, let's say minimum $50. After you key in, then you proceed to tap the copy. So once you tap the copy, your copy trading now officially, okay, will start. All right, it will be activated. It will start. Okay. Now these are additional important instruction. Number one, you must allocate 1-to-1 ratio of fund in your spot wallet, as I mentioned earlier, right? So if you put $50, if you fund $50, sorry, $100 for the copymaster trading, you keep another $100 available as a backup. All right. So it's very important, guys. Mentally, right? Make sure you prepare all these things because I don't want to have a problem when I ask you to top up and then you don't have enough fund and so on, right? Then when you get liquidated, you will blame me. I don't want anyone to blame me, right? The disclaimers are already there. If you get liquidated, just walk away. All right, simple as that, okay? Because sometimes, right, based on the strategy, we don't get liquidated. But when the market crashes 20,000-30,000 points, you can do nothing. All right, so let's take note of that, okay? Number two, enable the auto top-up. So you activate the auto top-up feature so that when your available balance fall below certain threshold, the system will automatically replenish to mitigate risk of liquidation. So means, right, you don't have to top up manually. If you do auto top up, minimum will be 50. Okay, please take note. So you can say that if my available balance reach, let's say $20, from 50, it reaches $20, automatically $50 will be replenished. Okay, so you can do an enable auto top up. Next, you can enable auto profit taking. BitGet call this as a daily profit harvest. All right. So you activate the auto profit taking feature to automatically transfer the realized profit to your spot wallet. Now, make it a habit, all right, so that it automatically transfer to spot wallet. Why? So that your earnings are secured and protected from possible risk of liquidation. All right. Because if you keep topping up, sometimes you don't know, right? If it liquidated, you may lose everything. So why don't make it a habit so that you transfer to the spot wallet so that you already secure your profit and high likely you might have recovered your capital and whatever that is trading there is actually your profit. All right. Now, last is no manual intervention policy. Make sure, okay? Now, copiers are strictly prohibited from manually interfering with open position. All right, and please, okay, do not go there and stop copy. You click the stop copy button, means you are disconnected. So if you do that, you have to manage your position on your own. Okay, I cannot help you anymore. Okay, so please, okay, do not touch any of those things and try to stop the copy and so on. Okay, unless you are willing to close and take the loss, that is up to you. Okay, but as a policy, no manual intervention. Okay, please understand that. Okay, now let me just end with this comparison table and then That is it. And then you can ask me any question. Okay. Now everything is the same, right? Only the yellow color here is different. Okay, when it comes to the copy trading, right? But what I want to emphasize is the last two, right? The last two. Number one, please, okay, this is an important disclaimer. There is no fixed ROI for both of these programs. All right, because we are doing real trading, so there is no fix. If the market want to bless you like today, 3%, take it. If today you are floating, then God bless you. Wait until that floating is closed. Okay, so number two, please understand we are doing futures trading and we are using cross margin. Therefore, it is highly risky. All right, so when I say that, that simply means that there is no guarantee that you won't get liquidated. All right, so no guarantee of fixed ROI and there's no guarantee that you won't get liquidated. Okay, please understand. Now, we have the risk management in place, but there can be market manipulation, there can be black swan or whatever that we cannot control. All right, so in that event, you must be mentally prepared when you are joining, and whatever amount that you are putting there, please make sure the amount that you're willing to risk. Okay, so because we don't want you come back and say, oh, I used my education fund and now my education fund is gone. Oh, I used my grandfather's fund. He got no money for his retirement. Who asked you to do all this nonsense? All right. If you don't have the money, don't join. If you have surplus, you have extra fund that you can risk, then you put those funds. I think this is a basic of investment intelligence. Okay. So please make sure, okay? I want to make sure I'm straight, direct, and I'm outright tell you so that you are mentally prepared, okay? Because things can go other way, okay? We can't control the market, okay? So I just want to make sure this is clear, right? Okay, now, so be part of our global vision, the future of smart trading. JDXBOT is not just a trading bot, it's a global solution for individuals and institutions seeking tactical precision in volatile markets, consistency built on tested and proven strategy, protection-driven profitability. All right. So by turning volatility into opportunity and risk into strategy, JDXBOT is redefining how the world trades crypto. All right. So I think we have done that for the past 2 years. And I hope, okay, with the strategy that we have, we can continuously optimize the strategy, protect our users' capital, and at the same time, right, we can drive profitability for them, right? So also, please take note, there are 2 important meetings taking place. Every week, we have our weekly exclusive preview, business preview, okay? Like what we have today. And on first and the third week of Thursday, that is every fortnightly, we have an AMA session, all right? So please make sure, okay, join those AMA session because that's where I will be explaining a lot of technicality when it comes to JDXBOT, the copymaster. And also, please remember, we have the crypto debit card, okay? And if you want to know more, please be there during the AMA session. Okay, and I think I have another new product. I'll be explaining that later on. But if you receive a direct message from me, okay, if you receive a direct message from me introducing you some new product, do take a look at it, okay, because I think that product is a staking product where you can earn compounding returns. So do take a look into it. I think I do have some leaders already into it together with me. So if those leaders reach out to you, you may want to explore and take a look. And if you're interested, do be part of it because I believe there's a huge potential with that staking, with the smart contract staking program and so on. Okay, so just take note. All right. So with that, guys, I hope that this whole presentation has been a blessing. And I hope that I've covered, all that is necessary, both JDXBOT and JDXCopyMaster, and you can make an informed decision, okay? So if you have any questions, you can ask me or you can even put up that question in the chat and I will try to answer as much as possible. I think we have taken some time today because I spent the first 20 minutes explaining about the market, all right? But I hope you are blessed, okay? This 1.5 hours, I hope you are blessed with the information that has been provided. So any one of you have any questions or any comments, or any inputs, any compliments, okay, please, okay, you can raise your hand. there is an icon to raise hand. I can unmute you, or you can ask that question in the chat room. Anyone, please go ahead. Yeah, or any one of you have any comments, any inputs before we adjourn the meeting? All right. I hope you are blessed, guys. I hope you are blessed with all this information. Okay. Anyone have any questions? Anything that you would like to ask me? Oh, so all good. Okay, great. So if there is no questions, then I trust that that every one of you understand clearly. So I look forward, all right, for the coming. I think today's what, 14. So next week, right? Next week will be the AMA session. And also, right, if you want to, those of you already part of JDXBOT, please understand, okay, your referral link has already been activated so that you can refer others. No one can go to JDXBOT website and sign up. There's no sign up button. At the moment, it is only for those who are already part of JDXBOT. They can sign up. So if you have somebody that want to join JDXBOT, you can share your referral link, and then you can enjoy the 20%, right? Direct referral, and the 10%, okay, from your second level, okay? All right. What will happen to the remaining fund in copy trading? Remaining fund. I don't get you. What do you mean by remaining fund? Is there a remaining fund? If you get liquidated, I think everything is gone, right? All right. If you have the fund and you stop copying, your fund will be automatically transferred to the spot wallet. Sometimes, right, you need to check that, because sometimes it can even go to your futures wallet. It depends your setting there. So before you stop copying, make sure you check where it is going under your auto profit taking. I think there is that. So make sure it is set into the spot, or else it will automatically go into your futures. All right. So that's all I know. Okay. But if you get liquidated, because we are using cross, that means everything will be gone. All right. Everything will be gone, because a cross margin, when you are liquidated, everything will be gone. But the new strategy will be different, because we will not be trading a lot of assets. I think we are focusing only on Bitcoin. So therefore, it is almost impossible to get liquidated. Okay, so just take note of that. All right. Okay, great. Awesome. You're most welcome. All right, guys. So I think that is it, right? So thank you so much, okay, for your time. I trust that, this, I just created this new presentation so that all the informations are there. And also, I hope that, that the walkthrough in the back office and so on also help people to see how does the infrastructure really looks like and so on. But I think the most important, right? You have the bot, you have the app with you. You can see what is happening. You can manage your fund. You can convert your fund. You now can acquire Bitcoin just by using the bot. I think that is brilliant. All right. So if you ask me, okay, please, okay, take my advice. Bitcoin is still the king. So make sure you always keep the king. All right. Accumulate the king, because the king is definitely will survive than the rest. Okay. And institution comes in. You have a lot of countries are going to make Bitcoin as their reserve. So Bitcoin price will shoot up in the future. So keep, even if you have 0.01, don't undermine that. Even if you got 0.1, don't undermine that, because you don't know what will be the future price, right? So you can use JDXBOT to earn Bitcoin. So now my advice is very simple, guys. If you are using JDXBOT, try to save the Bitcoin. Don't use it. You only use the USDT and USDC. The Bitcoin, keep it as a saving. Don't touch. All right. If you can, once you grow, you put in another wallet so that you won't be tempted to actually swap it to USDT. Or you can keep it there. When Bitcoin price goes up, you can swap it to USDT. When Bitcoin price comes down, you can swap it to BTC. You see that? So these are the ways how you can leverage on this, on these advantages, that you have. Okay, this opportunity. Okay. All right. So with that, I would like to say thank you so much, guys. God bless each and every one of you. All right. So we will catch up next week, same time. Okay. Same time. It's always 8 o'clock Singapore time. So make sure. Okay. And it's also going to be the same link. All right. So we will meet you up next week. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can unmute you guys. Okay. All right. Okay. I think you're all unmuted. Okay. God bless you guys. Take care. Okay. God bless you all. Take care. Thank you so much.